I'm back. I think I'm back. I hope I'm back. All right. Natural. Hello, welcome to Hughes and Hoellman. My name is Stephanie, and I'm so glad you're here. So I am recording this video to kind of initiate me back into YouTube. I had left. I started my channel back in 2021, and I did leave the platform just because of some things I'll get into later. And I didn't put out too many videos. It was really my first jump or try to join the community. Seeing what everybody puts out there in regards to the gardening community on YouTube, definitely wanted to be a part of that back in 2021. Still want to be a part of this community now in 2025. So I've been going for 3 years. Like I said, will go through what kind of kept me away, but just to kind of give you a overview of who I am in regards to gardening, like, you know, where I'm located, my growing zone, things like that. I'll go through that now. Zone is zone 6. I grow in New York, upstate New York, and I've been gardening, I want to say on and off, since 2020. So my husband built me a garden back in 2020, and that really piqued my interest. I did, when I was younger, have some interest in gardening, but never really, acted on it. I tried to do a very small garden in my parents' backyard. That was very unsuccessful. I think the only thing I grew was lettuce. Everything else was just, I knew nothing about what to do. I literally threw seeds in the ground, covered it, and added water, and that was it. So nothing really grew. But like I mentioned, my husband built me a garden back in 2020, and with being home with COVID, and all the changes that happened in the world, I learned a lot, and I so appreciated everybody who contributed in the community, the gardening community, because again, I learned a lot about, what plants need and how to care for plants and things like that. So I've been gardening on and off since then. Like I mentioned, there have been some things that have happened that kept me from continuing to produce videos. I'll go into some of those now. So I did leave. One of the major things that happened in 2022. So in 2021, I got engaged. I think in one of the videos I had mentioned that previously. We wind up eloping. Got pregnant, all great things. However, I did have a high-risk pregnancy, so that gave me some pause. Another thing that kind of happened during this time is my job. So while I was pregnant, my job went through some major changes. So one of the things that had happened is that there was a great resignation pretty much in my field. So everybody, my coworkers, well as my boss, had resigned, and that kept me from really being focused on garden planning and things like that. I was more so focused on making sure that my bread and butter was working well, my job. So that is where my focus went during my pregnancy, was making sure that I was being a good steward of the position that I had. Also during this time, I did wind up contracting COVID, which didn't help my pregnancy. 2022 was a wonderful year, the positives of me getting married and everything like that, but definitely some stressors. And to end the year off in 2022, I gave birth to my son, and that was the best thing of that year, was my son being born. But another major thing that happened is that we unfortunately had a house fire here, which caused me and my family to have to leave the home for about 3 months. The house needed to be repaired, severe fire damage, but it was devastating to us. So we lived out of a hotel for about 3 months. 2023 was a good year. I actually was able to garden. I didn't document it as I wanted to, but I was able to grow a decent garden. Now, I didn't hit my goal. My goals have always been to be able to grow enough food to sustain my family produce wise. I don't live on a farm. It's really a backyard garden, and what I was able to do was to produce a decent amount to get us through the spring and summer and into fall. So wasn't able to produce as much as I wanted to, but did have some production. So 2023 actually was a decent year, and reignited my love for gardening. And then 2024 came around. That's when we decided to get some chickens. So our family expanded once more. We got 6 chicks, and that was a learning curve in and of itself to be able to raise chickens. Probably share a different video about my experience with that. And then also in 2024 is when I got pregnant again with my third and final child. That this would be my last hurrah for the kids. With my final son. So I pregnant in 2024 and gave birth in 2024. So I got pregnant in the beginning of the year and gave birth at the end of the year this past September. So 2025 is my year. I'm planning on making 2025 my year for gardening. I will share with you my 2025 plan for gardening in a different video. But I do have some seeds started, and I am very much interested in achieving my goal. Again, my 2025 goal is to produce enough produce to get my family through the fall, through the winter. I have goals and dreams of being able to can. I would love to get comfortable with canning. I've never really canned anything before. It's a lie. Actually, I did can some jam or jelly. No, jam, because jam has the like seeds and stuff in it. So I did can some jam actually, but that was about the only thing I've ever done. So I would like to do better. I would like to do better at canning. I want to be intentional. I want to really feel strong in my canning skills. I want to do water bath canning, which was the canning I did for the jam, but then also pressure canning. I wanted to learn how to use a pressure canner. I just got a pressure canner. It's still in its box actually, so it's not opened. So I do plan on developing my skills around that. Some things I've been doing just to continue with my homemaking skills is to work on different from scratch recipes. And I'll share some more of that, in different videos. But those are some things that I'm really working towards in general, is just developing my gardening skills, being able to produce enough produce to take us through the year. Alongside with that, I would love to master canning, both water bath and pressure canning, as well as improve my homemaking skills. So I've never had the opportunity to be like a homemaker, like a stay-at-home mom, which is in a place where I'm at currently. And I'll share another video about how that transpired. But as of right now, I am a stay-at-home mom. And, I want to take this season in my life to really take advantage of developing my homemaking skills. I'm excited about that. So yeah, I'm very much excited to rejoin the community. I'm very much excited to start sharing my gardening journal. So what can you expect? A tour of my garden. I didn't even get a chance to do that back in 2021, so I'm very much excited to do that for you guys now in 2025. I love my garden. I spend so much time in my garden. Honestly, it's literally my happy place when my kids, for you parents out there, when my kids are loud and screaming and stressing me out, I take the time, go out, I check on my chickens, and I just like revitalize myself in the garden. I just love to see my plants. There's something about that nature connection that really like grounds me. Come back in, I'm refreshed. So I want to show you guys my happy place. I want to share with you guys my canning journey, the good, the bad, and I also want to share my homemaking, skills and what I'm learning, because I'm developing over time. This is, again, not something I grew up with. So this is very new to me. I'm going to be the first generation, type of gardening homesteader type thing, or homestead dreaming. So I appreciate you all for kind of just catching up with me. This is very chit-chatty. Appreciate you all watching, staying to the end. I'm so excited to be back. I'm very excited to have the time. I feel blessed, honestly, to be able to have the time to do this.